Among the top universities in the world, University of California, San Diego is a liberal arts and research school renowned for its biology, medical, and STEM programs. The heart of the arts community at UCSD is a small rickety building at the very edge of the biomedical school. Though it sits hunched in a forest, it immediately stands out with its vibrant wall-to-wall paintings and an exterior inconsistent with UCSD's more modern architecture.
My name's Pierce Dame, and I'm a painter at the Shea Cafe. I've done a few paintings around here. My favorite one's definitely the doors to the kitchen, the swinging doors. I did the Shea logo on it.
My name is Colin. I do about half the work with our mutual aid program, which is coordinating volunteers for our day-to-day scheduling to make sure the place stays open and to keep the community fridge maintenanced. And then I spend a lot of the time coordinating and making flyers for mutual aid events like the cooking that's happening right now. And then I have about 8 shows I have coming up, so I'm getting into booking. So this building, I'm sat in a World War II barrack. You can see, this is World War II. That is newer development. That is newer development probably of the 70s. This central thing with the red roof is all World War II. So that got moved over from Camp Matthews, which is over there, and 3 barracks got moved over here. We stood in 3 assembled barracks with some interconnected parts. That was the coffee hut for a while. The coffee hut got shut down. The Shea Cafe was established in 1980. Is mostly a food place primarily. I think we started getting into the shows and stuff. And then as time went on, we got more into shows. We became a straight edge space in the 90s. So completely sober, all ages. Legendary bands, Rage Against the Machine, Green Day. We're an icon of the San Diego hardcore scene. Green Day, Rage Against the Machine, My Chemical Romance. A lot of stuff came through here. Recent history, past decade or so. We had the occupation, basically. We weren't in compliance with anything. This place didn't have ADA accessibility, it didn't have fire suppression, it didn't have that ramp, it didn't have that door, it didn't have that ramp, it didn't have the ADA bathroom. It just was not up to code with anything, and the people running it were a lot of people from off campus who really couldn't give a shit about campus. And so they tried to shut us down. They failed. They got a warrant from a judge to come in here. So we occupied the building for 2 years straight. There was someone sleeping in here while they tried to shut us down. We fought a legal battle in court. We fought a long legal battle and basically found that the university was completely negligent to what was occurring here on their property, which was a lot of unsupervised stuff, lack of fire suppression system, lack of proper electricity, lack of ADA accessibility, just wasn't compliant with the state's code. So we basically got them on negligence, got them to sink $1 million into this building to renovate it. That was about a 2-year process. And then after that, COVID hit. 2022, we started to bounce back over COVID. It was Zoom meetings with 3 people. Nothing going on in here. 2021, we started to bounce back. 2022, we're bouncing back even more. 2023, we're selling out shows all the time. So we're definitely on the come up these days. But when we got them to sink $1 million into the building, we signed onto a lease to make sure the boundaries are well established, to make sure the Shea stays here and they respect us. We respect their rules, so it works out best for each other. We pay $1 in rent a month. Or a year? A month or a year? Either way, it's nothing. We'd pay $8K in insurance though, just because we're a pretty big liability. That's the whole reason they wanted to shut us down. Concerts here, kids doing dumb stuff, especially, a fire could have started here. There was no fire suppression system, and that's something very common in venues like this, is them burning down. So the lease is up this year. We're fighting for that in July. Reason to believe it wouldn't get re-upped. There's rumblings. The university will permanently not want us to exist. Before, it was because we were completely negligent. In addition to, if they bulldozed this and made dorms in this area, they could make untold millions of dollars on this very ground. And that is why they won't ever want us to exist here. They're making their long-range development plans this year, and we will end up seeing if those include completely demolishing the Che or getting rid of the Che. We'll see if they try it again. But as of right now, we have no reason to believe they would. This is a political place just by sitting here. Something that isn't here for profit, something that's owned by the students for the students. It's political, and it will always be an affront to what the university wants to do. They will never be happy with us being here. They will just be a little bit more unhappy in certain occasions.
I feel like a lot of people at the Shea Cafe feel as though this is their second home. There's like a brotherhood here where people look after each other, and that's kind of hard to find in San Diego and in SoCal in general. So I feel like it fills that niche, especially in this neighborhood where people are kind of disconnected, people are more upper class, but at the Shea, people look after each other and people are held accountable, you know? You go to other venues and other shows, sometimes people get majorly hurt and no one does a thing about it. So I really with the fact that we protect people here.
Mutual Aid is a program that was started at the Che through Mutual Aid UCSD, which is something that started during 2020 through a bunch of graduate students who wanted to provide mutual aid. They had a whole form. There's like 20 of them working. Basically, they all got super burnt out and they gave up. But they did put the community fridge outside, and so that's kind of our responsibility. And then having that here has blossomed into a lot of mutual aid programs like free community meals, a lot of free stuff that you can take, and then the community fridge that's open 12 to 5 every day. We're the only one on campus without a point system or like a membership system, so you can just come and take and not have to talk to someone or get permission or anything like that. You just show up 12 to 5.
I think one thing that the Shea does to be more inclusive is to encourage diversity and encourage tolerance for diversity. So it doesn't matter who you are, how you dress, where you're from, what your gender is, or even really what language you speak. We will make a seat at the table here for you.
I just manifested coming here eventually, even though I didn't really understand it. And I found out we could do mutual aid work here. It's given me a community I can rely on. The people will know my name and will be willing to help me and support me in the things I want to do. And people that'll care whether I'm here or not. Just as a third space, it has value. So the idea of a third space is like you have your work and then you have your home, but we have a lack of third spaces for people to be in these days. And so the Che Cafe for me is that, where it's a place where I can work and I can study and I can see people outside of a school context or a home context. So that, brings me a sense of community more than anything. The people that volunteer here vary. I mean, we have community members who have no affiliation with the school. We have PhD students, we have graduate students, and then we have undergraduates. But yeah, we do lean primarily towards the humanities in all our majors, but no, I don't think I've ever shared a class with someone that goes here.
We have mutual aid connecting with students for socialism, the Rogers Garden that grows like fruits and veggies and stuff, and we have our community fridge to help feed anybody who might be in need, who might be hungry. And I feel like La Jolla in general, and University City as well, is really lacking resources like that. University City, I guess because it's so upper class, kind of ignoring the fact that people are going hungry, people are homeless, and sometimes people just need a community that will watch their back a little bit. A lot of the art around here has been here for decades, and the people who made it, it's kind of been lost to time. I wish that people would have signed their but you know, there was one night that it was just me and one other guy, and we stepped outside the doors and saw an old man just kind of like working on his piece. We'd never seen him before, and we were like, yo, what's up? And he said, I'm just here to touch this up, you know, hope that's okay. He was really shy about it, but he was the original painter of this mural that has been around since the early 90s, which I was so stoked to meet him. I mean, that was awesome. I wish I remembered his name. And of course, he didn't sign it. But it's this beautiful abstract piece with like a lot of different bright colors. Kind of reminds you of like flowers in a meadow, but with hard lines. And I wouldn't have known this just looking at it, but evidently he had hidden some words inside the painting. And I just remember that the message was basically, fight for your rights. Don't let the government trample you. I feel like we need more messages like that, and it was really quite inspiring to see, the old schools come back around and see their perspective on things. I could say that the pieces that I did on the dual monitors up here, I did a limited color palette with purple, blue, and green, but I specifically chose to do a plant-based design because I feel like a really important part of punk and sustainability is ecology. And you can't have punk without ecology, and that's where solar punk comes in. So I just wanted to give the Shay a little bit more solar punk. But as you can see by this mural back behind me, like, all the different hands represents all the different things that the Shay is about. We have a hammer, a book, a carrot, a mic, a fork, and a trowel. Like, there's just so much that the Shay can do. We have the freedom to make this what the community needs. And we show that through the art. I think the most rewarding thing about volunteering here is just the opportunity to connect with my fellow man, my comrades, The camaraderie is so fulfilling. The easiest way to get involved at the Shay is just to drop in and say hi, introduce yourself, and ask some questions. See where you might want to find a niche. You can work in the garden, you could work in the kitchen, you can help out with shows, booking new bands. There's a lot of different things you could do. And of course we run craft events too. So if you're craftsy and you're an artisan, then there's a space for that too. We also have meetings every Monday at 7. If anyone's ever interested in joining, we've basically got unlimited shares.
By day, this unassuming building is a food bank serving those in need. By night, it offers an equally valuable service to the community. Despite the overwhelmingly peaceful appearance, the cafe is rooted in something else: hardcore.
Hi, I'm Alex. I sell kind of a whole bunch of different stuff. I do clothes, bags, I make pins, and then I also have a bunch of prints and stickers. The community that buys here at the Shay Cafe is really unique to really anywhere else that I've been. It definitely is a curation of people that are more aimed towards alternative wares and such, so I get more attraction towards my things when I'm here.
Hi, my name is Callum and I sell candy, which in other words is just beaded jewelry or anything made with beads and string. Everyone's really, really nice. I've learned that if I'm nice to people, people will be nice back. So I just compliment everyone. Anytime anyone comes up to my table, I'm just like, oh, I love this, oh, I love that. Or I just ask them about certain things.
My name is Kainoa.
My name's Billy. I'm Aiden.
I'm Wyatt, and we're Left to Rot.
I love the atmosphere. It's just like, we got a bunch of cool paintings, stickers everywhere. We got a bunch of these cool little shops. There's just so much charm. And I think it's a really cool environment to be around just because there's like-minded people with you as well.
I think it's like a great community here. Like, you see a lot of the same people every time. And the space inside is like really intimate. The crowds are amazing. The moshing is amazing. It's just fun to play.
I like how it's really inclusive environment. Like, everybody's welcome. It's big.
And also like how it's like non-profit and stuff. They treat their bands right, and I respect that. It's the best feeling in the world to play a show and just see how everybody loves your music and reacts to your music. It's like the best gift.
And when you get a circle pit, it's like one of the best feelings in the world.
Yeah.
There's like a bunch of people connecting with you through that.
And when you're up there playing, nothing else matters. It's all about the music.
Exactly.
I'm kind of a person who doesn't like to talk about the things that are going on in their life. I'm very, I don't like to talk about, say, some of the more sensitive things. So music is a great way for me to let out the things that I just don't feel comfortable sharing with the world in an outlet that's pretty safe, I think. I like music because music makes me feel a very certain way. Music makes me feel better in layman's terms. So I just like being able to make other people feel better, so to speak. It's a great feeling being able to share the music you are so passionate about with people who are just as like-minded as you.
It's like an outlet for my voice because I can't sing at all. And guitar is really fun and it helps a lot with problems I have.
I was never really good at too much, so playing music is nothing else really matters.
Yeah, like Kainoa said, it's like an outlet, and music's been my main goal and aspiration in life. It's my main passion, and being in a band is just a way to express that passion and put energy into something. and just try and go towards a goal my whole life and be with a band and people I love.
I'm Eli. I'm the guitar player.
My name is Julian. I play drums for Horde Stench.
Yeah, we're Horde Stench, and our singer isn't present right now because he just got hit in the head and his mom just took him to the hospital like 5 minutes ago. The people, in my opinion, so many people come here. The community is great. Like, people will come just because it's Shake Cafe.
Yeah, definitely the crowd. Like crowds are like really good.
I'm a band becoming volunteer, so I hit up. I've had over one of the volunteers or someone who is associated with the shit. I've had them on Instagram for a while because of my other band Soundstrain. And I had no idea how to book Shake Cafe, so I was just like, I'll just text them. We put a show together at Shake, and they were like, yeah. So I was like, dude, we're in, because we've been going here for years, or maybe like a year, a few months, but we've been going here for a long time. It's always been my dream to play here. This is like the big, it's like the venue in San Diego right now. I've always been like really insecure with the music I made, and like seeing people like actually and like seeing people like appreciate what we do. Like I meet people all the time, like at like our shows, who are like, dude, we're sick, you guys are awesome. And I'm like, what? But it's like, you actually like us? I think we make music, bro. Like compared to all these other bands that we get inspired by, like I never thought we were like people with us. And like it's so cool to see people like fucking with our shit. Like they like our stuff and they're like, that's crazy. Letting loose on stage is like it's the most liberating thing ever because people don't care. People go crazy with you. Playing live is like one of the best feelings ever. There's a lot of bands that like obviously like take Rage Against the Machine for a really big example. They have huge influences all across the world. Like music is a super powerful. I know a lot of San Diego. Where would we play? Where would we go? And like Green Day have played here, like that makes it like even more special to say open. This has been a fun staple for like what, 4 years, a long time. And like I think it's so stupid that like it's kind of shuts it down. It's like look at this, bro. Look how much influence this has. Like look outside, bro. For real. It's the shit. It's just the shit, dude. It's the shit.
Toby Martinez, I'm Billy's dad. Came to support my son. Place is awesome, love it. Been here a few times. Love the atmosphere, love everything about it. Appreciate everything that's contributed here.
I'm here because I love to, dance and have a great time listening to the music. I think that music is pretty freaking awesome, and I really like to just go wild in the pit. Like I feel like I could just like let loose. And if you're into this type of music, most definitely they have a lot of different type of music that they play. It can get a little violent, especially like in the pit. So like expect that. It's really fun if you're into it, but there's a lot of people that aren't. So just come prepared. It's really fun. Tonight I've made a lot of friends because I've been passing out balloon animals, and I just love talking to people. It's a great place if you want to be social and make new friends because people are so nice and friendly here.
Hi, I'm Nina. I'm here because I love grindcore and the Shake Cafe, so this is awesome. And also, like, my friend is in 2 of the bands, which is cool. The cafe has positively affected my life in a lot of different ways. I have met so many cool people here.
Just remember, be yourself, everybody else, just be yourself, no matter what, all right? It ain't cringy just to be yourself, all right?
Nervous wreck.